Welcome everybody, how's it going? We're back with a little more painting. Just getting my brush ready. We are here to finish off them guys over there. The 17th Shadow Irregulars, my personal mercenary company, Canon in the universe of Battletech. Something here to show you. The Warhammer, if you'd like one of your very own shirt, we do have it at LingSter Game Shop, LingSterGames.com. We sponsor this video too because, well, that's me. Anywho, yeah, we're going to finish it up. I have my mechs ready to go. There's 3 steps that have to be finished, and then we are done with these guys. We'll move on to something else. So let's get to this. Let's take a look. And let's get this on the road. Because it's going to take a little bit to make this look like this. So, we are going to do this. We're going to set these aside. And I think we're going to work our way with the Newland oil. Which, after the Newland oil is gone, because this is almost gone, we're going to go to the Pro Acryl Black Wash. Because I've been told this is just as good as this. If not superior in its look. But let us put a wash on these guys. And we're going to do, I think, the smaller guys first. So we're just going to plop it on. There's nothing like just putting this, just putting it on. There's no need to be careful. It's just, you know, dump it in there. Even drip it in if you have to. But you want to get the entire thing coated. So then when it dries, it will dry in all the choice spots that it needs to dry. And we'll have to go back through and touch on it in some spots just to keep it, you know, good. I'm going to move this up because I don't think I really need my big old magnifying light. Because for this, I'm just throwing the paint down, putting the wash in. Now, another method you could do for putting a wash down, especially when you're just slapping it in like this, is if you wanted and you had enough of a container, you could do what's known as the dip method, which is you take the mech and you just dip it into the color. I'm going to move that out of the way and move this over here. Because by dipping it in, you just dip and it comes out and you're set. You just let it dry and then you're good to go. This is not the final step. This is the one color that the wash part. We still have cockpit color, which is black. And we also have the silver accent dry brush after this is all said and done that we do have to put down. Now, There might be some spots that I don't want such a heavy black on that I can just steal from this guy. Maybe, maybe not. Is there any off of this guy I can steal? No, we're actually pretty good. Yeah, we're actually pretty good on that one. I'm gonna get my hands black, but yeah, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. I just wanted to get a little bit of the black off of him because it was a little too thick in spots. But, I mean, if it's too thick, it dries. It will eventually dry. It's just that I plan on doing the second color, you know, the dry brushing, today on the stream. So I hope that this black wash will have dried to be able to do that. So cross my fingers, it will have dried. If it is not dry when I'm done doing the first guy here, on the first mech, when I'm done doing the last guy, then I will grab another set of minis, maybe, and start working on those. Because I do have to do that, too. Because I got many more minis planned. Many more minis that need to be painted. And I'd rather not sit here idle on stream while I do it. I suppose I could have done like 4 of these guys off screen. I probably should have too. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to do some of them off screen, so then they would have been dry. So then I could have done the other half of it. That would have been smart, wouldn't it? Nobody said I was that smart, you know? Because then I could have done them both. Yeah, it's going to suck if I don't get to the other color. I should be able to. Cross my fingers. Knock a little bit off of him. Hello, Trey. I hear you bouncing up behind me. Are we good, girl? There we go. Yeah, I think they might actually dry pretty quick. It's dry in this house because winter. So, at the time of painting, it is winter here in the good old Western New York. Even though that said winter isn't all that wintry outside. I'm not on camera, am I? Yeah, I did it again. I gotta stop bringing it closer to me and just actually do it here. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Just knock it a little bit off. Because you can knock a little bit off too. Just tap it. It'll get rid of some of it if it's a bit too much. They're going to look real good when they're done. And you know what? This is the last one I gotta do like this, so I have a feeling that the Newland oil is not going to run out for this set of mechs. It'll run out for the next batch that I have to do when I do another batch. Oops. Here I am doing something silly, like cleaning my brush. Don't be cleaning the brush until you're done with the final mech right here. You know, this final guy right here. If I bring it up here a little bit. There we go. That works. Still gotta do the final guy. Da 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 da. What are you doing, Treya? Treya, what are you doing? Quit doing that. Keep doing that, you'll go blind. Do 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 do. Come on, pick it up. Yeah. All right, did I miss anything? Oh, it was armpit. Step 1 of all the mechs is now complete. Step 2, let these guys dry. So we are going to do just that. We'll check the first ones and see where we got to go from there. We also have to paint up the... I got to get the black on the base. I did not bring a black over with me. So I do need that. And I need... Where'd my brush go that I was going to use today for the dry brushing? There we go. Large dry brush right there. These are nice brushes too. Oh, that's a dry brush. That's a large dry. That's an even larger dry brush. But I like this medium Wargamer large. This is Citadel large. Stiff bristles. Haven't used that one yet, and I haven't used this shader either. This is another good shader. Nice and stiff. Just the way we like it. Well, I took this off and now I can't put it back on without damaging the bristles. I got it in. I think I got it in enough. Yeah. We're not using that brush, but I need the black. Basic, ordinary black. Oh, black, where are you? Here I come, Mr. Black. Because I paint all my bases black. You know, just bring them back to the color. And I also got to use that black for the windows. We'll slide you over there. You over there. Oh, Thunderbolt. Back that butt up. Hex man. You can go there too. What do we got? Oop. Oh, look. He's drying quite nicely. Look at that guy. Now I can bring this in. So I can see. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit because it's a little high and it could come in a little bit so you guys can actually see things maybe a little better. Elevate a little closer. How's that? Better? Better looking? A little out of focus. I mean, probably a lot more out of focus than it needs to be. So you know what? Let me put it back. I'll readjust it back up and then just zoom it in. You know, the smart way of doing this. The smart way of doing it.
What's up?
What's up? Yeah, what's up? Hey, you know what? You heard that. I heard that. We're nice. Oh, I dropped it. We just finished with the... oh, that's nasty. We just finished with the wash. I'm adjusting the camera so you guys can see a little little better. A little closer. Once he's fully dry, because he's not dry yet. Okay, these guys have to be dry before I can do the other stuff. Hello! Listening to in the car, just as long as you're not watching in the car. And you're not driving down the road and going, squirrel! Because that would not be a good thing. So if that happens, we're just going to hear, well, I won't actually hear it. Everyone else will be like, why didn't Rehab show up on Saturday? Where'd he go? Yeah, we're almost out of this. This Newland oil is just about gone. Excellent. Dry faster, boys. I mean, I suppose I could accelerate the drying with a blowtorch. A hairdryer. You know what? That's not a bad idea, because otherwise it could take a half hour for them to dry. So let me go get one. Imagination. Ta da ta. Da, da, da. I got Wonka on the brain for some weird reason. I really don't know why, but I do. Oh my God! I just turned off the light because I unplugged it. But it's gonna go plug back in. I'm gonna swish it on over here. Behind that, and whoops, wrong direction. I'm hugging the light there. Then we take this, and what we'll probably have to do is swish down here to the audio mixer. And you know what? There's some music going on in the background, I do believe. I hope. Is there music? There may not be any music. I hope there's music. Yeah, there is some music. The music is just going to kind of play, and I'm going to mute myself and do this blow drying thing. Because otherwise it's going to be loud. There. That looks better. They're drier, much, much drier. And looking at the stream, or looking at the mechs that are sitting here, they are a lot closer to that color. In fact, pretty spot on. I just need to add that little bit of that very light silver accent. So we're going to pull my light back down because I pulled it up out of the way so I could do this. And now, move the big guys out. We got the little guys to start. Doctor. And I had to use the big brush to get rid of some of the really thick wash that was on it. Just because we really needed to get rid of some of it. Because there was a couple of pools I did not like. And we're not talking about the dead ones. And then along came Jones. Where's my platy mail? Silver. Talking Jones. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Slow walking Jones. Slow talking Jones. Along came lonely lanky Jones. We just get it on the brush. Make sure there's not much on it afterwards. And then edge it. This is where the highlighting . The edge work really comes into play. The edging, the dry brushing on the edges is what helps take a mediocre paint job and turn it into something beautiful and gorgeous. Because the dry brush really is mainly hitting the edges. I mean, it's catching a little bit of interior, but mainly it's hitting the edges. Which is perfect. Need a little extra. I will have, when it goes up, when this video goes up to YouTube, I will have at the end of it a picture of the mechs when all is said and done. That way you can see it easier what the silver highlighting, the dry brushing is actually done for us. Because it really gives that metallic feel, that little bit of worn look to things. And you need very, very, very little paint on the brush to achieve the result that you're looking for. You just want it to hit the edges, you know? Yeah, thank you. And these videos are definitely going to help people that are like, I don't know if I can paint. You know, I don't know if I can make them look all that good. Well, by Jove, you can. And, well, this is just one way of how to do it. It's how you can make them look fantastic. I mean, if the camera could pick up the silver accents as well as I believe it can, you'd be looking at one fine looking mech. Now, granted, these are turning. I mean, we look at the one I just did compared to the Shadowhawk. He's looking a little bit more silver than him. But still works. Still works. And another way to do the highlighting that makes the mech look really good, you do the dry brushing from the top down, because when you do it from the top down, it kind of gives it that, you know, look of the sun is looking down on it kind of thing. Now I gotta get the head a little more. I'm hoping that my pictures, when I do them, will look really good. Now, another thing I can probably do if I want to tap on it a little bit is get my small dry brush, because I have a small dry brush. This guy here. It's a smaller bristle than this one. This is supposed to be a large. It's more of a medium. This is a small. Take the small and have a little bit of wetness to it so I can add, you know, some little extra scrapes. Because I did that with this one. If you see the leg, I had a little extra paint. Extra silver, so it made it look like it scraped off. So I may do a little bit of that as well. Oops, not too much. That's a bit much. Actually, that's the look I wanted. It gives it that, oh my God. Paint has come off in places. And to be fair, let me do a little extra. Because this is an Axeman, and what are they notorious for? Hacking into someone. But they also have jump jets, so why not a little extra to the legs here. You know, like it got chipped off when he, you know, landed on him. I'll do better with the Highlander because I really want to make it look like his legs, you know, got hit. I like that. All right, I'm going to wet the brush down. Let's get this cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll continue. I don't want to have it dry out too much in the bristles. So, all right. You. Mr. Who are you? flick. I kind of hit his one knee here a bit much, and it's like a lot of silver. Both of them actually have a lot of silver on them. So I might... I don't know. I think he's okay. I mean, his silver knees are a little weird. But it'll do. It'll do. Ooh. We're out of our plate now. Just a drop, I think. There we go. Just enough. Gently drop it out. Yeah, hi, Treya. Yes, hello. I can't do anything for you right now, girl. Ooh, excuse me. And now we hit the last guy. Hello, Highlander buddy. Have you done any burials lately? Let's find out, shall we? Thinking you might think. Thinking you just might have. A little too much paint on here. Da, 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 da. Okay, the head needs to be hit too. This guy's head needs to be hit. So we're gonna slap that head. Beautiful. Too much on that arm. A little bit on this edge of the arm, and then I think the dry brushing is done. And if it's a bit too much, I'm just using my finger to kind of pull it off. But I do believe my dry brushing is complete. And my fingers are going to be nasty today. Look at that. A little bit of soap and water never hurt nobody. Okay. They are a little more silvery than the other ones, but not too much more noticeable. So, let me get the black, because now that is the final step for these guys. Because my windows for these mechs are actually black. So we need a little brush here, a little brush. Let me get that little brush right there. This one works nicely. Nice little brush to hit all the windows. Now, these two mechs that I have out here have a yellow window, which I'm not sure as to why I did the yellow window. So we have to get rid of said yellow window. And turn it where it was supposed to be, which is black. Because I actually like the look of the... Because most of the other ones, well, all the other ones except for these two, have the black windows. And I actually prefer the black window over the yellow. So we touch these two guys up to get rid of their yellow windows. And then we do all the other ones black. Okay. Whoop. Dropped you. Now, I think my pumpers needs to go out, so I got to do that. Go on, Terry. You want one side? No? Then quit bugging me. You're not getting a treat just because I'm sitting here playing with my mechs and painting them. Okay? You don't get a treat for that. I'm sorry. No tweet. Now, this guy's freaking way inside here. Okay. The Banshee looks like to be the budget Atlas. Because they painted, for this faction, they painted it up. Which I think all the other factions probably do too. Did up the mouth. So I have a black mouth. Got the spray paint? Oh, the spray paint. Oh. I'm assuming you picked up Krylon paint or Rust-Oleum would be the other one. It's one of those two is what I'm assuming you picked up. They're okay paint for spray. You just got to be careful and don't put it on too thick. Basically, you want to dust it. I did my wolves with that. I also did what was the other guys I did? I haven't painted them yet, but my Federated Sons or Highlanders, I'm not sure who, are painted in that. They're based in that green or the brown. So it works. If you ever plan on putting any, they say it sits in the water better. What do you mean sits in the water better? I'm hoping you're not going to use the spray with a paintbrush. That's the only thing that I have a problem with. Is if you don't have a way to color match your spray with a bottle, then you're going to have an issue. Luckily, I was able to. Okay. Because if you mess up when you do the base coat, and if you did the base coat in the color you wanted the mech, you're going to have a little bit of an issue if you can't color match it. So you just got to go carefully with everything. And that, my dear. Don't touch them, don't touch them, touch them. So I wonder just what you meant by it sits in the water better. 'Cause I don't know what that means. Ah, don't drop him. If you fill a bucket with water and spray the paint on top, then dip whatever you are painting? What? That's, I don't know what to make of that. And I don't know what to make of this ugly brush. I don't know why I used it. What does that do? I mean, does that... When you dip it, does that mean that it's been painted? Hydro dipping. Okay. We'll have to take a look at hydro dipping. I'd like to know exactly what the heck that is. Because I don't think I've never heard of hydro dipping. I can honestly say I have not heard of hydro dipping. Huh. Hydro dipping. You can get a neat pattern, almost like a camouflage. And that's with the base coat? I'm assuming you're doing the base coat like this? Or are you doing the colors on top of the base? On top of priming it? Colors on top. So you're priming it normally. Like just, you know, doing a normal spray on your miniature. And then after it's dry, you do the hydro dip. Interesting. Definitely going to have to look that up. Oh, you're going to have to share some pictures or something, you know? I'd love to see it. I mean, I could probably do it on a couple of... You know, I could do it on some miniatures that I don't really... I have a bunch of miniatures that I don't really care about, that I'll probably just, you know, I'll never paint. So I might try it on something like that before I do it on a mech. I don't know. Unless I just do it on one of the mechs that I really don't care about because I've got, you know, like 12 of them. I'm looking at you, Archer, and Rifleman and Warhammer. Got too many of you idiots. Way too many. And not enough of the ones I really want. You know, like I think I only have 2 locusts, 2 Jenners. It's like, no, I don't want all the archers. I want the Jenners and locusts. You know, I'd like to have more of those. You know? I mean, I do have a bunch of stuff that's been primed white for mechs. And I was debating on what I wanted to do as far as a color scheme. Because the mechs that I have that have been primed white, I kind of wanted to do a like a Robotech scheme, leaving them the primered white and just putting the red and black accent down. Because all the mechs that I had primed this white were selected because they're all part of the Harmony Gold issues that Battletech had over the years. The ones that they couldn't use, that they could use, and that you couldn't use, and then yada. So I kind of wanted to honor that by just painting them all in white with the red and black accent, and not painting them in the colors that they would have had in the various cartoons. I mean, I could do that too, but that's a lot more work, because then I have to figure out what's the exact color for them, and I don't want to do that. Mainly because, well, I've already done it. And you're like, what? You've done it? What do you think I'm doing right now? This faction of mine, because I chose it, is, I created it. I have created it. Yes, indeedy doody. This faction started out with one mech. The Dougram. A.K.A. the Shadowhawk. This is the Dougram. It's what the Dougram looked like. This was the color scheme of the mech. So that's what this faction is all about. It's that color scheme. Is that what Comguard is? The black with the red accent on white? Because I think I got something like 20 mechs I'm doing. It is definitely going to be a lot of mechs. But because it's just accent colors over the already done primered base, it'll be looking like it'll be an easy paint run. You're done. You're the last one. This is it. Well, looks like it's going to be a short stream today. Holy moly. I only had to do the finishing touches. So, lucky me. And lucky you. You guys don't have to sit through boring conversations and act like Han Solo and shoot the thing and yell out boring conversation anyways and yell out, Luke, we're going to have company and all that jazz. Just don't tell him. Just don't tell him he kissed his sister, because that would be, you know, I wonder how he dealt with that once he found out. Leia's my sister. Oh my God. R2's like, you kissed him. You kissed her. Good thing he wasn't in the room when he did that, huh? 3PO was. 3PO's like, oh my God. Went looking for Vader on the on Bespin and said, ooh, hey, look, your son kissed his sister. You gotta tell him to stop. And Vader's like, no. Ah, yes. Oh, have to find a bucket of water to try it. I mean, I suppose I could use, you know, this. Just dip and hope for the best. I mean, shit. Dip my frickin' white mechs in that and give it that accent color now. I don't know if it would sit too well. That would be weird. I almost want to try it. I almost want to try it. But, they just have to have their bases dry. But once their bases are dry, you know, then I can handle them and get the pictures done. But this is them. This is them. The rest of the 17th Shadow Irregulars. I think this is all that I needed to do to the unit. I made, what, 8 more? 4, 8? Oh, shoot. I should have made 12. Because 12 is a company. That's okay. I can always revisit and do another 8. Another 4. Maybe I'll not do the 4 and wait till mercenaries and pick some mechs out of mercenaries, because that's coming out really soon. It is indeed. Yeah, getting a good look at what they look like. The Banshee looks real nice. It's got some really good edging to it. Yeah, I don't think you can ever go overboard with the edging and the dry brushing. It depends on your flavor. I mean, I think I went a little overboard on the silver because the mechs tend to look a little extra silver comparatively. But they still match the faction. So, yeah. That is them. I'm going to switch to this scene here. Hey! Because, yeah. An hour and a half-ish. That's them. There'll be a picture probably over my talking instead of my face, because I'm going to put the pictures up in a little slideshow to show you the pictures so you can see a really good view. And, yeah. We will catch you all later. Don't forget, you know, that whole like and subscribe button here and, you know, the video over there and, you know, hit them all up. We'll catch you on the flip side and bye.